Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and our non-conforming friends, welcome back to another episode of Minhal, but the first episode of the Blades of Mako. I don't know if that's going to end up being your guys' mercenary name. It just sounded cool. Um, episode 1, The Job. Um, welcome everybody in. First, we're going to go ahead and introduce our players. Above me on the screen, we have Cook, and then Eric, and then Micah, and then right beside me here is Joe, and then on the far end there is Devin. But now that Joe has turned on his camera, he's up there. Devin can't go camera on tonight because, he's got it packed away. But we already have more cameras on than the Saturday table, so we're starting off really, really good.
I timed that just to throw you off, Frankie.
Yeah, well, it worked. It was successful, especially since I'm looking at it, but it's mirrored, I think. But I can't remember. It doesn't matter. All right. We all got our snacks, we got our drinks, and we are ready to get this kicked off. So a little introduction to the adventure for our crowd. So Captain Jack, played by Cook, docked his all-black sloop, the Sauda, I think that's how you pronounce it? Sauda, in Mako, roughly a week ago, chasing rumors of heavy hitters hiring seasoned crew for vague but well-paid work. The rumors have not surfaced yet, and while he waits for that thread to firm up, he's been taking smaller contracts through one of his contacts, Kesra Dorn. She's a broker who runs her shop from the corner of a little tavern called the Salted Crown. Tonight's contract is one of those smaller jobs. A merchant named Holden Grass had a cargo container jacked in transit between his warehouse and his ship. It was a standard smash and grab. The thieves are a well-known low-tier dock crew, and Holden wants his goods back and the thieves dealt with. Kesra has matched this job to Jack because she trusts his discretion, and his hull is fast enough to come and go without the watch noticing. The crew Jack has assembled are people he has worked with before. There's Doc Voss, played by Eric, Axik Vainerath, played by Joe, Titus, played by Devin, Rebecca, played by Micah, and of course, I told you Captain Jack is played by Cook. So, we are going to open up cinematic black screen, script across 1 week ago. So, Mako's strip is loudest about an hour before sundown. The pit takes its first bouts of the night. The fighting wagers start pouring in. Tavern doors all stand open to let the heat of the day out and the bodies in. The Salted Crown is the largest of them. 3 stories of timber and salt-stained stone, every window glowing amber. The front porch is wide enough for a wagon. Inside, the floor is sawdust and spilled ale. The bar runs the length of the back wall. A bard you do not recognize is playing something cheerful and not very good in the corner. The kitchen smells of fish and butter and burnt onions. Coin moves in 3 directions on every table. I am going to bring this up for reference. Our little map here. Hopefully you've got the VTT open, guys.
Yeah, I got it.
Kesra Dorn sits where Kesra Dorn always sits. Back to the wall, eyes on the door, water in front of her instead of ale. It's a tin cup. She has not touched it yet. And she is rolling a single gold piece across her knuckles. Cook, when you step in and she sees you cross the floor towards her, she stops the coin, folds it into her palm, and gestures at the chair opposite. Why don't you let us know what Captain Blackjack Collier looks like?
Anybody looking at him is going to see the shortest half elf they've ever seen. First things first, they're going to notice that he's about 5'4" with the heeled boots on, dressed black head to toe, Darker skin for a half elf. His father was a drow, so he takes after his mother's darker skin. Like I said, he's black head to toe, black hair, black clothes. Um, Notice that there's very little, if any, other adornments. No jewelry, no extra weapons, no really shiny boots. Just dependable clothes, all in one color. Uh, Rugged face kind of guy, bearded look. Um, that's about it.
Nice. And Kesra, as I said, gestures towards the seat across
Hi,
from
Peter.
her, and she says, Captain Collier, sit. I have a thing.
What is it this week?
Oh, come on. And she slides a folded sheet of paper across the table to you. If you guys look in Lauren Info, it's that map. And she says, Holding Grass, coin quarter merchant, mid tier, had a container jacked between his warehouse and his ship 2 nights ago. Skip's crew, probably. You don't know them. You don't need to. Lower Docks gang, 3-card money, dice, break-ins. They've stashed the goods at a slat roof warehouse on Pier 12, south side. The one no one wants to insure. Holden wants his cargo back and Skip's people dealt with. I told him I had a captain who could do both without making it the watch's problem. Job's clean. You got about a week to plan.
Yeah. Okay, so there's no reason to involve
There's no what?
me in something as was this. What are you bringing me in for a job this small? You told me that there was something more worth my while than a smash and grab.
That's the thing. Grass said that it was spices and textiles and, some casks of clove oil, bolts of dyed wool, Tosin Green. He made sure to point that out. But he's offering quite a bit of coin. And that's why I thought it would catch your attention.
So if I go peeking at the cargo,
Well, that is part of the contract is don't be opening the boxes. What you do is up to you, obviously. I mean, you are a pirate after all.
we'll get it. What are you thinking? 4 and 5 people?
That's up to you. He's offered your normal going rate, 75 a head. Plus, he is offering a small cut of some of the specialty goods. And, you do this for me. I broker the deal. I keep your ears warm on the things I'm hearing.
Okay. All right. Don't give me the runaround again. I'm not planning on spending another 6 months on the other side of the continent.
Listen, between you and me, Collier, the things I'm hearing aren't nothing. There's a slow client sniffing around. Heavy purse, quiet voice, the kind of work that pays real numbers. They haven't put in a contract on the board yet, but when they do, you want to be the captain they've already heard about. So do the warehouse clean. References matter.
Okay. Quick job, clean job, no peeking. Give me a week and it'll be done and over with.
Yeah. Who are you thinking about bringing in?
Uh, let's see. Somebody to keep us healthy. I know a guy for that. Need a big guy up front, little guy in the back, and a little lady to keep us all on the up and up. I know some folks.
All right. Just remember, if any of them sink the job, it's on you. If any of them lift it up, I'll take the credit. And she makes the coin reappear and starts dancing it across her fingers again with a smile.
We'll get it done. No worries. Look, I just want real leads this time. No nonsense.
I never bring nonsense. I told you it pays well. 7 nights. Don't come back to me with Halden's cargo all over your deck, all right?
Hey,
Bring it back
hey.
intact, and we'll give it to him the day after. His warehouse is on the key, and I might have you deliver it yourself. You can make that connection, you know?
Okay. I'll take the job. I'll bite.
And she does the coin thing again, and she palms it, and then she reaches her hand out to shake your hand.
Reach back.
And when you
Roll
do,
my eyes.
a coin purse appears in your hand. You said 4 people, 15 gold apiece, just to get you started off. In case you need to butter anybody's wheels.
Sounds good. That trick stops being cute every time.
It's my signature move. You know,
Every time. Every time.
every time. And that laugh. And that was a week ago. 3 nights have passed. We cut to a low ceilinged room above a strip tavern, 3 streets up from the pit. The smell is liniment, sweat, blood, and lavender soap that is doing its best. Doc Voss, you're in your little room working on a pit fighter. He's a half-orc with some busted ribs. His knuckles are wrecked. The fighter's not crying because his pride won't let him, but his eyes are doing it anyways. Doc, you've got one hand flat on the man's chest, and the other is holding a stitching needle. Why don't you tell the crowd about Doc?
So, I'm playing Oswin Doc Voss. Doc is short and considerably overweight. He's very fond of sweets and can often be bribed by them. Uh, he's bald of head and face, and he wears like vestments, like a monk's robes, um, more like a friar type robe. Nearby him is a rod, long skinny rod of twisted black wood capped and silver on either end. Uh, he's very careful to stitch this man's hand because he knows that it's his work.
And as you're stitching the man's hand, do you use any extra?
Um, no, it's not critically damaged. It's just kind of he's beat up.
Right. And you sew up the hands where you can and gauze him up, and you wrap his ribs tight, and he digs in his pockets and thanks, Doc. Fights haven't been going my way, and I know that I owe you. But can we just put this one on my tab?
Yeah,
I'm coming up. I almost had him that time.
you're a good fighter. You lose concentration. What can I say?
When they start talking shit, I go blind with rage, and I need to learn how to control it. I just can't.
Yeah, and they all know that.
And as you're about to walk him towards the door, your door swings open, and there's a younger man. He kind of escorts the fighters up and down. His name is Clyde, because I didn't think of a name. And he's like, Doc, there's a gentleman here says he knows you. He doesn't look like a fighter to me. Should I let him up?
Yeah, let him up.
All right. Well, better luck next time, Bone Breaker. You know, you're going to have to start breaking other people's bones if you want people to take the name seriously. And he takes Clyde's face and just shoves him out of the way. And he falls on his ass. And this fighter steps out as you step into the office, Cook.
Hey, Doc.
Hey,
You-
Captain.
It has probably been 8 months to a year since the last time you saw Captain Collier.
Have you been visiting them ladies that you're not supposed to be visiting again?
You weren't supposed to tell anybody about that. And I hope you did. You still taking care of charity cases?
Well, they've got nowhere else to go.
Well, let's
Get
put a little
away.
money in your pocket this week.
Sure.
I'm gonna chuck
like
over
money.
a small coin purse with his 15 gold advance.
Yeah, you grab it and you agree to this job almost instantly. Like, you like the healing business, but you know if Captain Blackjack's involved, it's probably going to be fun and somebody's probably going to get hurt by the end of it. And Doc, your patron has been silent for a long time. Tonight, when Jack speaks his offer and tosses you the coin, you feel something turn over in your chest like a coin being lifted off a tabletop. It's not pain, but attention. Whatever has quietly been funding your power for 20 years just decided to turn its eyes on you. You do not get words, you get a feeling, and the feeling is finally.
So Captain Jack sees Doc go paler, if it's possible, and kind of looks a little confused, a little odd, out of place. And then he just nods. He says, "This is good. I'll take
You-
care of you and your crew."
You close the door, you turn your Doc is out sign, and we cut to the next night. The bloody bilge, edge of the spillway. The tide is half in. The air is thick with the smell of wet soot, cheap booze, and a pile of something in the corner that started life as someone's lunch and has been losing the argument with gravity ever since. There's a constant drip from a roof leak that measures time. The oil lamps kind of clatter with the sea breeze. The push and pull of the harbor water under the building stilts murmur every conversation. Axel Vanarath is at his table. Why don't you tell everybody what you look at? Like,
In the corner of the blade bilge, very large, dragonborn, green, hard scales, very thick around the shoulders, chest. Hard scales, thicker and tougher than any man-made armor has any right to be. Clawed talons, hold a goblet in his hand. Something cheap, something very alcoholic on his breath. Next to him, trying to fly or fall right through the floorboards that are pretty much barely containing it, is a giant warhammer. He sits there, he has no shirt on. He sees Cook coming up.
not yet.
No, not yet. All right. Well,
So
that's what we see.
in the rafters above the bar, towards the back of the room, you count 3 Fae, maybe 4. They're hiding
Ooh.
pretty badly, watching the door. They're not here for you. They never are. You've got a reputation with the Fae now. And you're starting to think that your presence is the only reason they haven't started their work.
Well, how long have they been there? Are these the same Fae? Are they just kind of hanging out?
Yeah, they're kind of hanging out, but they are watching the door real close. Like, they want to take somebody's coin tonight, but maybe your presence is starting to have an effect on the local Fae types. And just when you think you might want to stand up and take care of the
Take a
problem,
swing at him. Yep.
that's when the door opens. And Captain Jack, you step in, and you recognize Captain Jack, of course, from the past, and it was a situation very similar to this. And I'll let Cook take it away from here.
Hey, big boy, and I've got corn purse in one hand and a big old glass bottle in the other hand, and I'm looking you straight in the eye, and I'm ready to let you know I've got a job for you.
Like I said before, duck. He
Diddly
picks
duck.
up his warhammer. I don't know what it is about you coming into my bar, but the Fae are always around. They must like you.
Yeah, well, I have that effect. I have,
Cook,
so
you're
I got
cutting out.
14 gold. Oh, am I cut? How about now?
Much better.
That effect.
They must have smelled your gold. I can almost smell
It's
it.
it's your gold.
My gold.
Your gold and your brandy.
You know, I haven't seen you in a while, but kind of like when you come around.
Guys, the situation needs resolving, and I need a big lad up front.
You were right to come to me, Captain.
So if you don't mind, I took the bottle of brandy out of your advance. Here's 14 gold. It
Well,
is elvish.
it's just gold. I could always get more.
There's 60 more on the back end.
That works for me.
Let's go, buddy.
We got something to take care of before we head out the door, though.
Oh,
And we're going to fade to black.
Black. Yeah.
Yep. And we're going to cut to what passes as a public park in the lower section of Mako down here, separated from the, let's call it sophisticated people of the upper section of the city. They've built a wall between you. They are acknowledging your existence, but they know to keep most people down here in their place. But in this little section of greenery, we cut to Titus. Titus, you are leaned back against the trunk of a tree. Is your swarm out, or?
It's not so much a swarm, but yes, Jezebel and Leanne are kind of sitting around or floating by. The little two pixies I have. And
Yeah.
I think Titus would be laying back, just playing his harmonica.
Yeah. So, as you're leaned back, playing your harmonica, the sun is setting. And you're just kind of keeping an eye out. You've gotten a tip on all of these jobs that have been going out, and Mako's a busy city, and there's usually some contracts to be had, but the contracts lately have been getting abundant. And just as you're playing and kind of focusing on this, you see the silhouette of Captain Jack stepping under a stone archway entrance to this park. You remember Captain Jack from a slave incident about a year and a half ago, but a half elf that short, you don't forget. He hired you to help him free some slaves from some slavers out on Carn Cove. And Cook, I'll let you take it away as you approach Titus. Well, why don't you tell everybody what Titus looks like? Sorry, I skipped that part.
That's okay. Titus is probably going to be the shortest out of everybody. He is probably close to maybe 2 feet, 2.5 feet tall, if that. He is dressed in some outgoing gear that's pretty weathered and tattered, but for the most part is together, and he has a big trench coat over top of it, but right now that's probably sitting aside because it's nice out, the sun's out. He's enjoying it. He's got his sleeves rolled up. And he's just playing away on his harmonica, and he sees Jack walk up, and he's like, "Well, well, Jezebel, look what the cat dragged in."
I think as I'm walking up, I have banjo playing an accompanying tune to the harmonica. Except I'm not actually holding it. It's just floating along next to me, playing. And it's not trying to be the star of the show. It's still trying to let the harmonica be the main player, I think. I just happened to come in on somebody else's song. I don't want to take over. And he looks at Titus and says, "Well, well, well, friend. Would you like to take another job, make some money?"
Well, hell, that's quite an entrance, and what a way to start a conversation. Why don't you explain the details over a drink, and we can figure out if it's worth it. And he'll pour you a drink of some kind of ale he's gotten from the local tavern.
I think I can sit down under the tree with him, and we can discuss the details of the job. I'll think I'll inform you. It's not as heavy as the last one. Just some quick and easy money.
Can he, I guess, like make an insight check on him?
Yeah, go ahead if you want an insight check.
Haven't seen this
As far as
guy
I
in
know,
over
it
a
is.
year.
Yeah, so
As far
just
as I
roll
know, it is quick and easy money.
persuasion. Although I don't even know if you need to roll because
I don't think you want me to roll. Oh
Like
no,
an
no.
11.
I'm not trying to persuade him of anything. I'm informing him that the job, from what I heard, was going to be just a quick retrieval of a smash and grab. As far as what I want them to know about everything else, I'm giving them 75 gold. They don't need to know that I'm getting information on the side
or the goods.
or the goods.
Yeah. So Devin, with that roll, seems like he's telling you the truth. Everything seems like it should be a quick, easy job.
I'll look at him and said, "Well, that's what you said the last time, but let's see what happens." It was still fun
Last time I needed your bleeding heart. This time we're just getting some actual stolen goods.
I'm just giving
Yeah.
you a hard time. Sit down. Tell me about it.
Yeah,
Eh.
yeah.
And we fade to black, and we are going to cut to Cassandra's Quill. It's a strip tavern, mid-tier, late afternoon the next morning, or the next day. That flat hour after the lunch rush, but before the night crowd. Lamps are not yet lit. Doors are propped open for the breeze. There's a older woman, probably late 60s, behind the bar wiping cups dry. She's wearing a name tag that's visible, and it says Cassandra on it. She's not really paying attention. The place is pretty empty, so she doesn't really look up. Rebecca, as you look around, in fact, you're the only one in the tavern. Which means you're the only one in the tavern who knows that the face in the bar back mirror is borrowed. Why don't you tell everybody what Rebecca looks like?
You're muted.
Micah?
Oh.
Classic Micah.
You might have to leave the call and come back. It happens sometimes.
Okay, is my mic
There
fixed
we
now?
go. Yeah.
There we go.
Sorry about that. Right, so yeah, she is a sea elf with deep blue skin and white long hair. She's wearing a some leather armor underneath a black cloak, and she has like a black mask that's kind of pulled down around her neck right now.
Okay. And your gloves are on. You have your rapier at your hip.
Yeah.
You have maybe
Should
50 minutes of the illusion left. There's a job board on the far wall of Cassandra's quill. And you peruse it from time to time. You met Captain Jack about a week ago. And there is a sheet of cork pinned with paper. Half the postings are dock labor and crewing notices. A few are bounties. And you see one for a half-elf named Lyra.
Rebecca will get up and she'll walk over to the poster of Lyra and she'll stare at it for a minute. And then she'll look around and make sure that Cassandra's not watching her, and she'll pull it off the job board and tuck it away.
Yeah. And as you tuck it away, the door swings open, and in steps Captain Jack. Lyra has filled you in with some things in this week, and you know what face to look for when you visit your Captain Jack.
Where are you at, Rebecca?
Over at the job board.
So I walk over to the job board and I'll just I'm sure you sense me approach and I'll just stand there a couple feet away.
Hello.
Hey. Got a job
It,
that needs a few people.
all right. Is this going to be the one that helps gets out of town? Are we leaving, or is it more local?
More local. Funds gathering mission. We're still waiting. We're still waiting.
All right.
Um,
All right.
but we got to make some money in the meantime. Figured I'd call you.
All right.
It helped fund our expedition getting out of here.
Okay. Well, let's do it then. When and where do we meet? Where do we leave now?
We're leaving now. Teen up front, and I'm gonna hand over a coin purse. There's 60 on the back when we're done.
All right. She'll hold the coin purse and she'll look over at Cassandra and she'll say, one one moment, and she'll walk towards Cassandra and she'll sit the bag of gold down and she'll say, go for my tab and future tabs. Here you are. I'll be seeing you around.
She looks up and looks at the bag and weighs it in her hand. She says, gracious, this is enough to cover tabs for years. What are you doing?
Oh, I'll be coming here for a long time. I think this is my favorite establishment. But thank you for the great service tonight. I deeply appreciate it. Until next time. And she'll
And-
turn and walk back to.
There's a brief moment where she locks eyes on you and she squints, almost in recognition, but doesn't quite pierce the illusion.
Rebecca will dot her eyes away, and then, all right. See you next time, and she'll make her way back to Captain Jack. All right, shall we be off?
Shall.
Now, we've reached the day of the job. Sundown is a long, low red on the western horizon. The seawall path on the south stretch of the harbor is deserted. Watch braziers half a mile up the curve. The next patrol is not due for another hour, but it's not quite dark enough to launch the operation you all have planned. I am going to bring up the Sada. All of you have gathered anchored out on the Sada. Captain Jack did not pay to pier his ship. He's not the kind of guy who wants his ship piered. Limits escape routes. This is the first time all of you are being brought together, so I'm going to go quiet and I am going to give you guys a little bit of a roleplay opportunity here to introduce characters to each other, get to know each other, and after that great heist movie montage we just had of gathering the crew, I think this beat is earned. So I'm going to step away and I'm going to give it to you.
We'll say as an undertone, or out just so that everybody knows, the ship is not crewed. The ship is steered and navigated using my instruments. I'm a bard. So the helmsman is a banjo. The sheets will be pulled and everything by, I believe I had a fiddle. Also have a Warmaker's drum, which will be playing the beat. And I just want everybody to know that there will be music playing underneath all of this, and it is very sea shanty mixed with American bluegrass.
Hell yeah.
That is cool.
I'll walk down from, I guess, if everybody's gathered in one spot, just so that we can all introduce ourselves to ourselves.
Yeah, I don't know if I know anybody but Jack, but I'm gonna kind of stay in the middle by the mast. It's safer that way.
You know, Jack, I didn't realize you would be bringing the world's shortest crew together. I could probably
Listen,
swing my warhammer at normal height and miss all of you.
if you're gonna tell short jokes every time I hire you, I'm chucking you over the edge.
Okay.
I like swimming,
I've
man.
been sitting out all day anyways. I don't want to end up.
Was
The
the
frog's a
joke.
good guy.
It was just an
The frog,
observation.
the frog's a good guy.
Did you just call me the frog?
No, I called the frog the frog.
Titus is a
The frog.
grung, which he forgot to say, which is
Oh yeah, I
a
did forget to say that.
frogkin. So there is literally a bipedal frog.
Oh,
He walks up to you and he's like, "What are you, special or something? You ain't never seen a frog
Yeah.
before?"
I am very special.
Well, you are quite the specimen, I'll say that.
I'm like, what, 4 of you? Axic is 6'6" and over 300 and all muscle here.
Rebecca's gonna come up and she's gonna slide her hand on the back of Axic and say, "Listen, why don't we just everyone calm down? Just let's get a drink and we'll talk and listen to some music and stuff." And while she's doing that, she's gonna try to steal some gold.
Rebecca,
Oh,
while you're doing that, you've never worked with me before. No drinks on the job. We're hired. We'll drink after. Let's kill an axe to wait.
Wait a second. You brought me a bottle of brandy to start the job.
And you finished it before we got here.
Well, I wasn't on the job then, I guess.
Correct. And now we are.
No drinking on the job.
Drink when the jobs are over.
All right
No use
then.
having my brick wall falling over.
I never drink that much.
Because you can't afford it generally.
Oh, what was that about low blows? Maybe if you paid better.
Listen, there'll be better jobs later on down the road. We got to get you guys started somewhere.
Yeah.
Everybody, this is Doc. He's our Doc. I trust him with my life, or we wouldn't be here.
Well met. And yeah, you're quite the pile of muscle and scales.
Yeah, he's the reason why you're here.
Wait, what?
I'll keep him healthy.
Hmm. Axik looks around. Yeah, none of you do look like you're going to take a hit, are you?
Absolutely
Not
not.
if I can help it.
Yeah, no, that's what I pay
Yeah.
y'all for.
I'm probably going to have to repeat myself a couple times, but stay close. I'll keep you safe. And if you didn't hear me the first time, which for some reason some people don't, stay close. I'll keep you safe.
Now that we're all here, let's come up with a plan of action.
Awesome. I was just waiting for somebody to say it.
Yeah.
If you look on the left side at your toolbar, there is a pen. So you are anchored out, as you can see there. I will be red. And let me change the size of my pen. Here. Now you have options. You can sail the longboat directly to the end of the pier. You can sail it and try to come in from the far end of the pier away from, well, this whole building is the warehouse, just so you know, but you believe that the goods are stored on this end. Or you can go to the pier next to it and then try to sneak your way over land. Stealth wise, the long route would be easier stealth wise. However, you don't know what you're going to have to deal with along the pier or the quay wall and the many buildings and such that are down along the docks. While the other ones are more direct, where you approach Pier 12, stealth is a little bit harder, but not impossible. And it gets you in and out with only the people you want seeing you, hopefully seeing you.
Let's see, Rebecca and Titus. I'm leaning on y'all for this one. Probably gonna have to sneak in.
All right.
Shouldn't be that hard to do.
I'll just hide behind the frog.
Oh, absolutely, buddy. As I look up at someone a foot and a half taller than me.
I'll like hit him in his shin and be like, "Don't worry, big guy. I'll get you in there nice and safe."
Okay. We go for the second pier. Sneak around to the left will be closer to where I think all the shit is. How do y'all feel about sneaking?
I'm not too bad about it, but
Yeah, I'm the hide and seek champ of the Bloody Bilge.
So you guys want to go to Pier 11 and attempt to Go down the pier without being noticed, across the boardwalk without being noticed. The quay wall, sorry.
Shuttered the lights on the deck.
You're going to take your
Everything's on
longboat.
black.
You're not going to be able
Right.
to sail the Sada in there directly without being
So,
noticed. Even
I
all
was worried
black at
about that shit
night.
today.
Even all black at night, you're not going to be able to sneak a sloop in through the seawall without being noticed. But your longboat, everybody grabbing a pair of oars, you may be a bit sneakier. The dice will decide. So the lower docks, as the hour approaches, are mostly empty. Bait shops are closed, saltfish rack rolled in, the days-long shoremen gone to their bunks or to the strip. The air is sour with low tide. There's a watchman on the corner of Key 6, and he is leaning on his pike, hood down, talking to a colleague. I am going to need you guys to roll your first stealth checks as the
Far away
sea
do
watches.
I feel like we are if we were to like keep moving in? Like time wise, how long do I think it would take for us to get to the pier?
It's probably, I mean, it's quite a ways. I mean, if I show you the zoomed out, like, kind of Mako, you guys are sailing on a longboat from
That's a damn good stealth check.
here to here. And you got to go up
Not
and
like more
around.
than
And you have a
more than an
guard.
hour,
The
right?
guards are leaning like right here on the seawall.
Let's see if there's anything right there. Okay, so there's nothing I can do. I'm just gonna roll a disgusting stealth check.
But it wouldn't take more than an hour.
That's not terrible. It's 14.
Oh, no, probably 30 minutes or so, depending on because there's not just
that
stealth.
one cook.
Okay.
Yeah, I
Um,
saw the one too and got scared.
As we go in, I'll say, Leanne, why don't you give us some mist to give us some cover, and I'll cast Pass Without a Trace.
Okay, so everybody can add 10 to their rolls, so that will be sufficient. And now I need athletics checks from everybody with oars in their hands. Who's all rowing?
Not me.
Not me.
Rebecca.
Actually, will row. He'll row for 3 of them.
I've actually got
Oh,
athletics,
gosh.
so I'll get on an oar.
Apparently, he's more stealthy than athletic tonight.
Rebecca, it was athletics, not acrobatics. Unfortunately, you cannot cartwheel your way onto an
Oh,
oar.
I meant it's a +4 for both. I
Okay,
meant to
so
roll
you're fine.
athletic.
No, you're fine then. That average is kind of low. So, as you guys are kind of moving in the tide, it's getting really choppy. You know that this could be easier going, but you have two crewmates not participating in the helping. There's oars for them. They're just not using them. So the movement is getting a little slow, and that is going to force another stealth check as
should
the
make the
oars
frog
are
swim.
hitting the water.
So say I thought me and Rebecca were swimming, but
I'm helping paddle.
I was about to say, I thought you were swimming, Titus.
yeah, I would definitely be swimming.
Remember, we got Pass Without a Trace.
So I got a 15.
Yeah,
Pass Without a Trace.
Pass Without a Trace is nice, but 13 and 15 do bring you down significantly.
But doesn't a 32 help?
Right, it
And a
does.
30?
It does, but it's not as good as the first set. If we are
That's
being
fair.
honest here, let me take the average of these. Let me get the old calculator out.
Oh, we're doing math.
Senor,
If it helps, not being stealthy, because I am tuning my banjo because I expect a fight to break out because there is no way the fight breaks out.
Oh my gosh.
If you want peace, prepare for war.
Okay, so that DC is makeable at 22. So I am going to make a couple rolls here. That's a natural 20. So, as you guys are kind of struggling, it could be easier, but it's not. The oars splash, and one of the guards looks over and he spots the longboat. And he hops to attention, and you guys realize that your timetable has just been cut short. The good news is the guards have to make their way along the seawall and come around. That is going to take time. But now you are feeling like this approach might not be the best approach. You can stick with
where
it,
we at?
but you might get intercepted. Or not have as much time in the warehouse as you were hoping.
Okay, so how far in did we get? How
About
far up that arrow?
15 minutes into the 40-minute row.
So just to the edge of Pier 12 then.
So you are almost to the edge of the pier here, yeah. So you can make that your choice if you'd like.
I say we
All
keep
right.
going. Stick with the plan. I'll row harder.
We realized that we got noticed though.
Yes. The guards have begun making their way, and they are going to alert other guards along the way as they make their way up and around.
Okay. I know what we're looking for. So when I find it, we can grab it and we can come back out. Is everybody ready for a fight in case we get intercepted?
Rebecca will
If we need to
sigh.
fight.
I suppose.
Of course.
Let's stick with the original plan. Go towards dock, the pier we planned for.
All right, still going for the far pier?
I mean,
Or are you
guys,
cutting it short?
Is there really any point in going to the far pier at this point?
No.
If
What
we know
would we
that we got
gain?
noticed.
Yeah, what would we gain? What would we gain by going to the far pier?
If we're close to
So
Yeah, we're almost at
Pier
the edge
12
of
right
Pier
now.
12.
Can we tell if there's like a lot of people on Pier 12 or guards on Pier 12 that
give us perception checks.
cool.
You know there's no information for free.
I know, I was just waiting for it.
We like to roll dice here, buddy.
That's a
Yeah.
21.
Not great. 19. Wait, where's my +4? I can't find it. So 19 on mine.
Does
All
it
right.
automatically roll when you have it with advantage, or do you have to actually hit it a second time?
Yeah, you got to whenever you need to roll something
Yeah,
with
right
advantage,
click.
if you right click it, then you could click advantage, but since you already rolled once, just click it again.
And
Hey! Nat 20! Whoop, 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 whoop.
first PC.
You get
that
one, we
many.
get
Let's
one.
go.
Axic, you are the tallest. You're getting kind of frustrated. You stand up to look out over this mist that the frog, for some reason, did not make as high as maybe he should have for a standing dragonborn. And you look out over the pier, and you can see at the warehouse where you guys are headed, there's a set of double doors, a warehouse entrance. In front of it is a wagon, and you see about 5 or 6 men standing out front in kind of a tight circle, and they don't seem to be paying that much attention. They're kind of laughing and talking and yucking it up.
Well, looks like someone's hanging out in front of those doors. We have to get through 5 if we go this way. They're not
Yeah, but
really
we might
paying
have to get
attention
through
to us
50.
now.
We might have to
Yes.
get through 50 if we go the other way. 5 on 5 is better than 5 on 50. Let's cut it short and go to the first pair.
Okay.
Hey, which math I like better?
It's no athletics check to get to this pier because you're almost there anyways, as you guys decide that, we have a time limit now on our heist. And you pull up to Pier 12. I just need one final stealth roll for these 5 at the end of the pier here to notice you or not. This is a much better situation for you. And my roll is not going to be enough. So we are going to switch maps. You guys are just off from the south here. You are able to dock the longboat at the end of the pier. What you thought was 5 is actually 4. I made the mistake. DM made the mistake. I forgot how many tokens I put on this map. So you guys are really down here off the map. You do have really great stealth checks for your approach. I don't know why it just deleted that token. Oh, probably because you switched. Okay. So I am going to give this to you. You can hear them talking. They are talking about how much this hall is going to be worth. The buyer's coming in the morning. One of them seems a bit like he's in charge. You know what I mean? He's roughly 5'8", 5'9", real skinny, wearing studded leather with some pauldrons. Got short cropped hair. He's got an earring in. He's smiling wide. He's got a short sword tucked into his belt, and he is just he looks like he's the loudest and the most boisterous, and the others seem to be deferring to him. And they're calling him Hoke as you guys approach. So, how do we want to do this?
Do I recognize that name?
No, this is a low-level gang that, kind of runs this area, and you're not really a local, so.
Okay. Would I know any of the other local gangs?
Maybe some of the bigger ones, but you're not dealing with that right now. Devin, you are local, though, right?
Yeah.
Go ahead and give me a history roll.
Oh boy.
The frog strikes again.
Holy crap. So with the 20, you know Hoke. He is the lieutenant to this gang. They just call themselves the Coin Quarter Crew. CQC, low level, smash and grab, easy stuff, if they'd steal candy from a baby, they don't have a very good reputation. But Hoke is like second in command, and he is here because this must have been a pretty big haul, a pretty important haul.
Okay.
And it's up to you if you want to relay that to them. And you know that he works for a guy named Skip. Skip is like the leader of the Coin Quarter Crew. And
CQC gang.
Yeah.
The boss's name is Skip. Got it. Yeah, I'll relay that to them and kind of look at Jack and say, this job's getting more interesting by the second. If they're here, it must be a pretty good haul.
Oh, gonna pump the reputation.
Yeah, boys and girl. How do we want to go about this, y'all? We can try to talk our way through this, and I can try to convince them to not be where they are right now. Or we can beat the shit out of them. Prefer to go the first route so that we could get in and out of here faster and not cause a fucking ruckus.
If you want to talk with him, maybe a couple of us can sneak around that cot there, and that way we have some advantage too if things turn sour.
Sounds good to me.
If we must fight, we must. In the interim, I'm gonna put my hood up, and since it's at will, I'm gonna cast my mage armor.
okay.
Give me a little boost.
I'll go up and talk with you, Cook.
Sounds good.
Jack.
I'll approach with and trying to figure out how we should go about Honestly,
You
I
want me to
think
go
we
what?
should just
Yeah.
scare the piss out of him.
How
Let's
high
just
is
scare the hell out of him.
how high is the dock from the water?
There's probably 7.5, 8 feet here. Actually, no, the tide would have come up, so it's actually probably more like only 3 or 4.
Oh. So Titus and I could just swim and just be like right. Yeah. Like right. We could he'll come up right here.
I'll
Yeah,
go
Doc,
hop
if you want
as
to get
well.
behind the Doc, if you want, I was about to say, if you want to get behind the crate or the cart while me and Axe are walking up, just so that you
Yeah,
can
you
spring
guys
out at
had
whoever
a
needs
pretty decent stealth roll, and they're not paying very good attention, so I will allow you guys to put your tokens anywhere in this area without having to make another roll.
Okay. I'll just go
So
duck
y'all
behind
do
this
that.
crate. That's
Okay.
a good spot.
And then Axe and I'll go. Just Exact. I think our plan here is to, like I said, we're going to try to get them to move from in front of the door so that we can get in and out as fast as possible. We'd like to intimidate them down. You're big. I am scary.
I'm scary too.
Yeah,
Jeez.
but I'm scary on paper. You're scary in person. Yeah. Let's go after the guy that looks like he's in charge, this Hoke person. And let's just try to shake him down and get him out from in front of the door.
Sure, I'll let you do the talking until you can't.
Sounds good. Everybody, let's get you doing what we're paying you for. And I'm going to start swaggering up with all 5'4" of myself.
Yeah, that shady dockhand is kind of leaned up against the ropes, and you guys come out of the darkness, out of the stealth, revealing yourselves, and he kind of jumps up. And when that happens, they all go hands to their swords.
Whoa,
And
whoa. Now, you can keep your hands on your swords and have your heads removed from your necks, or we can slow down and talk about this for a second. Now I'm going to look at Hope. How would you like to talk about this for a second?
make an intimidation roll with advantage for
So-
help from Axic.
Hey, skills. Intimidation. Advantage.
That's a
That's
nat
a
20.
20.
hooray.
Pew, pew.
And he goes, whoa, gentlemen. I get paid to move boxes, not to die. Okay,
All right, now you're
what's
getting
going
paid to
on
move.
here?
Now you're getting paid to move feet.
I
So
saw some
guys-
boxes at the other end of the pier that could use some moving.
Yeah, buddy, why don't you make yourself
It's-
useful somewhere that's not here?
It's gonna listen. This doesn't have to be a fight, but that's gonna be a pretty hard sell. See, Skip is in the warehouse, and if I run, I'm dead. And apparently, if I stay, I'm dead.
Let's
So-
let's
Would you
get some
like me to
questions
take
answered.
away your choice?
Whoa, hold on. Let's get some questions
Jeez.
answered. Let's get some questions answered. Who else is in there with him?
Just a couple of the hands.
How many is a
Name-
couple?
Name is their child Skip. That's rude.
Let's see.
I have a question,
There's-
Frankie.
Yeah?
Would there by chance be a bounty on Skip?
Oh yeah, there's a bounty on Hoke as well.
But I'm assuming Skip's much higher.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I know Titus is a bounty hunter. So
Yeah.
okay. So how many is a couple, bud? Exactly.
Okay, listen. It was Skip and 4 of the guys. That's it. Like I said, I just I don't give a fuck what you do with these guys. I'm gonna go, but I'm gonna need like
Ooh.
I don't want to.
Whoa, buddy. You're gonna go if we say you're gonna go. I don't.
Oh, come on. Let's just let him go over there and take a piss behind the building.
Make
Take
yourself
a couple
scarce for
minutes.
5 minutes, and you'll survive the night, maybe, possibly.
You fucking coward, says one of them, and he spits at Hoke's feet, and he goes, hey, bud, if Skip goes, I gotta move up. And he starts backing away, and they are mad, and they are going to give chase. As long as you allow them to leave, they are going to leave with a natural 20 intimidation.
Yeah, we just want them out from in front of the door. We got to get in. Let's go.
And I am just going to be honest, we have probably cut quite a bit of time off tonight's session by skipping combat, but that is great.
Hey, Frankie.
Yeah.
The map is not on the stream, by the way.
What?
Nope, it's just all of our faces.
I wonder how long that's been the case.
I just
far,
looked
beautiful
over and
faces.
noticed.
It's probably been the whole stream, so I apologize for that out there, guys. But hey.
You live and you learn.
That's what happens when I have my notes pulled up and not monitoring the stream. I don't know when I increased the size of it, but hey, they've missed out on all of these beautiful visuals. So those guys run, and the doors are wide open to you. You have heard that there are 5 individuals inside.
Does it look like there is, like, up on this roof, is there any, like, windows to get like an aerial view in?
No, it is a solid slate roof. It
Okay.
doesn't look like, there's any kind of like steeples with a window on it or anything like that. It's just a quickly built, cheap warehouse.
Gotcha. I will walk up to Jack after everything being done and say, all right, good job doing that. Leanne's got about half as much time left on her spell, so we better make use of it if we're going in.
Sure. All right. We might have to smash and grab. There's 4 people, 5 people in there possibly. There's no way for them to not see us come in. Is everybody ready?
If we
Yep.
can, we should, depending on what this cargo is, if we have time, we should add Skip to the cargo and we can get a little bit extra cash, if you know what I mean.
Yes. Hey, buddy, if you want to grab a bounty on the way out of here, that's fine by me. You help me. You scratch my back, I'll scratch yours, and I'll help you out if you need it. So
Sounds good.
I'm going to, before we crash in, I'm going to gather everybody around me. And I need to see how many people it is. It's our party size. Perfect. I'm going to use a 3rd level spell slot. I'm going to cast Motivational Speech. And my motivation is I'm going to try to motivate y'all using greed. Hey, everybody. Remember, there's 60 gold on the back end, and I can probably be convinced to give up my share of the 75. So possibly another 75 gold on the back end of this. Let's get in, let's get out, and no one die. And motivational speech. He's not very good at being emotionally motivating. Each of you is going to get an extra 5 temporary hit points and advantage on wisdom saving throws. And if you get hit while you have the temporary HP, the next attack roll you make has advantage.
Nice.
So free sneak attack.
Okay. Is the map back for you guys? I had to pause it real quick.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
it came back.
So you step up to the door. Who's going to, are you going to swing it open? Are you going to kick it open? You going in loud? What are we doing?
After you, Axe.
Next, we'll just go up to the door, check the handle, see which way it swings.
They
Open
swing
it.
in.
Shield up, Warhammer up.
Ask
Rebecca
Without Trace
look-
should still be a...
Can Rebecca look in the window?
Yeah. You peek into the window as Axic swings the door open. And As the door swings, you could tell the hinges have not been oiled in a generation, and they tell the whole warehouse that you're coming. But the smell is what hits you first. It's not blood. There is no blood, but there's something there a little sharper, copper and vinegar, with a faint sweetness underneath. It's the smell of meat left somewhere it shouldn't have been. And beneath that, you have the ordinary smell of the warehouse. There's damp wool, salt dust, lamp oil. The interior is one long room lit by a couple oil lamps that are still burning. Stacks of cargo line the walls. You can see Halden's labeled crates among them, easily found, toward the back, set up in a cleared space where the dock hands usually take their meals. There is a table. There are 4 men sitting at the table. They are playing dice. Well, they were playing dice. The dice are still there. 2 of them on the table. 1 under the right hand of a man at the head of the table. And you could see a knucklebone die, and there's a hand of cards face down next to one of the players, and there's a clay cup of something half drunk next to another man, and the far man has a coin halfway in his mouth. He was about to bite it to check the silver, and his teeth are parted around it, but none of them are moving. None of them have moved in some time. All of them are dead.
Oh,
What?
4 corpses seated. Skip is one of them. Titus would recognize him because he's got a long scar over his left eye. And he's got a gap between his 2 front teeth and a gold tooth on the right. You don't see any visible wounds. There's no cuts, no stab marks, no spell burns, no bruising. Their skin is gray and slack. Anything else you would have to make a medicine for.
Can I actually? You said it smells just like old meat, left out meat. So can I do an Arcana check?
Go ahead.
Something about this feels off.
While he's doing
And I
that,
don't know.
Axel wants to cast See Invisible on himself.
damn.
Okay. So you do feel the magic has been used here, but it's not an active illusion, Captain Jack. But it's probably spell work of some type that has killed these men. And Axik, you cast See Invisibility and your eyes kind of glow. And you look about the room and you see nobody else in here. The street side doors are closed and locked from this side by a board barring them.
Is there? Okay, I'm coming in there.
Yeah.
Titus will come up and he'll like hop on the table and like get closer to Skip to make sure it's actually him. Does Titus know? I'm assuming he would know if the bounty was dead or alive.
It paid more for alive. But dead will work, but it is actually they wanted to make an example of Skip.
He will keep that in mind as he, I guess, looks at this dude's head.
Yeah, go ahead and make a medicine check.
Sure.
Does anyone think it's odd that they all seem to be dead playing different games? Like maybe they died at different times?
You know, with a 7, like you're kind of touching his head and the skull moves wrong under your hands. It gives, like the bone is intact. The skull has not been broken or drilled or cracked, but something inside the skull is no longer firm. But you can't tell what quite is off. But you, when you let go of the head, it tips to the side, and Skip's brain has been liquefied and leaks out of his ear into a caustic smelling puddle onto the floor.
History check real quick, just to see if I remember because above the table we know what this is, but
Mm-hmm.
I would like an aha moment. That's what I'm asking for, basically. God, you did it.
Your
Look,
dice.
if they weren't digital, y'all wouldn't believe it.
So the creature you have never dealt with before in your life, so I'm not giving you that. But
Yeah.
you do recognize very powerful psychic magic when you see it. And these people have been blasted by some very powerful psychic magic for this to have happened. The liquefaction is uniform. All 4 men, same density, same temperature. Whatever did this happened to all of them at the same time. And it did the same thing to all of them.
I'm gonna
I'll look
relay
at-
that information to everyone and just okay. So whatever did this is a little above our weight class because it killed them all instantaneously and at the same time.
Yeah, and Doc, you can feel your patron's presence. You might not recognize it as the patron's presence, but you feel a presence in the room with you now. It's not in the man, it's not in the cargo, it's in you. And it's that feeling at your workbench a couple nights ago as you got this job. It's close, and you hear for the first time this soft voice. We are owed. You don't get more than that. It withdraws immediately, and the room is quiet again to you. But your hands feel a little warmer. And without being told, you have been told that the debt you have been quietly running from for 20 years may have just
Coming due.
posted payment against it. Something has posted a cost.
I just kind of tell it back. I think back at it and I go, I understand. And thank you.
So, like I said,
Definitely.
also in the room, you guys have the cargo. There is an open, or if you want to open the crate, there's a check for that.
We're cracking the crates. There's something fishy going on here.
Yeah, I'll start looking in crates.
Yeah, we might as well loot these fools.
Yeah, Holden's marked crates are in a stack, 3 deep along a sidewall. They're intact and untouched. You guys start cracking them open. You see the dyed wool, the spice tins, the casks of clove oil, all accounted for, all signed off against the manifest that Kessler handed Jack a week ago. There are 3 sealed crate marked only wares, and they're kind of stacked separately, but they do have crest on them, and they look like they were specifically dragged over by Skip and separated. And looks like somebody was trying to open one. You could see the marks of it. Anybody want to try to open it?
I'll try to open it.
Yeah, go ahead and make a strength athletics check.
Okay.
While that's going on, Titus will, if there's any gold or silver on the table, he'll collect it up and he'll pull out his dagger and he says, "I hope nobody here has a weak stomach." And he's gonna, while this is going on, try to
Yeah.
cut Skip's head off.
So there are 15 copper, 21 silver pieces if you include the one in Skip's mouth, and there are 15 gold on the table.
How much silver was it? I'm sorry.
Somebody's going to have to rewind it because I just made those numbers up.
Something silver.
I
Chat.
think I said 21. Now I remember because I was thinking blackjack. So it's 21 if you count the one that was in his mouth. So you open the lid of the crate and sit it on the floor beside it, breaking a wax seal that was on it. You didn't inspect it first, so you broke the seal. He is going to know that his crate was opened. Inside, packed in straw at the top, are more of the same contents. There's dyed wool, spice tins, and a small bottle of minor reagents. But the crate seems a little bit too heavy and a little bit too big for what you find in it.
Is there a false back?
Do you want to dig and look? Make an investigation roll.
All right.
I can help him with that. Can I give him guidance?
Yeah, go ahead. Guys, we are about an hour and a half in. I hate to do this mid-scene, but my eyeballs are floating, so I need to run to the restroom real quick. Let's take a 5-minute bio break, and we'll come back to the contents of this crate. Because, yeah, 13's enough, believe it or not.
All right.
That's a rare one for Frankie.
Eric.
Yeah, I need to make art of
What is in this? Like, is the sphere see through? Can we see what's in it, or it's just a brass sphere? Can I pull the sphere out of the grate and move out of the grate before I? Okay. I'll walk over to Azak and say, "Oh, I just can't seem to open this. Can you?" And I'll reach out and hand it to him.
He'll examine it closely, see if there's.
He wasn't here. It's a brass sphere.
Fair. Hey, he'll hold it out towards Rebecca and just crack it
Rebecca will
like an
back
egg.
up.
You're you're a lot weaker than I expected. You couldn't open that.
Yeah, it kind of happens from time to time. Good thing we have a big, strong man like yourself here. Thank you.
Absolutely. Let me. Oh yeah, I need to know what I can use for leverage later. 19.
Frankie, it seems like somebody can't hear you on Twitch. Your mic's turned off or something. I think they said they just can't hear you or something. Maybe.
It says they can hear everyone else.
I
Just
am
not you.
so glad that we caught that early. Thank you, Ziagna, because I forgot to unmute myself after the bathroom break. You haven't missed much.
Yep.
They found a brass sphere. Oh, it's Billy. What's up, Billy? So they found a brass sphere. They've opened it up. It's hollow. It's lined with a soft black, and now they're all taking turns looking at it. Doc, you kind of hold it up to the light, and you see that there's script etched into it, and the script is unlike anything any of you have ever seen. It's not letters. It's 4 parallel lines of markings, all running side by side. And they're kind of off, like each line moves independently. They are parallel, but they're kind of separated. And they're not like the same shape repeating. The marks are angular, almost insectoid. And You stare at them, Doc, and you begin to feel tired as you're trying, and your patron doesn't give you the language, but it gives you the feeling. Old. Older than letters. Read by minds, not eyes. Don't stare too long.
Before I break my concentration with this, does it look like something that needs to be lined up?
It doesn't look like any of it spins. If that's what you're asking.
Yeah, I'm gonna kind of take my head and I'm gonna just kind of hold it away from me, like hand it out to somebody else, anybody else.
Yeah, Jack, you take it, and you're kind of looking at it, and with a 19, you know, you don't recognize the scripts either, but this is just, for some reason, looking at this thing, it triggers a memory. And you've heard whispers of the 4-line script twice in your life. Both times from sailors who claim to have served in the Underdark touching cargo runs. And the whispers were that anyone who read it whole was no longer whole. And I'll leave it up to you whether or not you share this.
I'm going to close this. And we're going to put this away. I don't think any of us need to be looking at this too long. Call it a hunch. Something's off about everything happening here.
And Lyra, you rolled, so you've moved smuggled artifacts for 2 years. You know, you've seen scripts you couldn't read on relics. This one you have not seen, but just the shape and the feeling that you get from it, like this feels like something that came out of the Underdark. You know, it just got that wrong feeling, like this shouldn't be here. Okay, so do you guys want to search the room for any sign of what happened here, or are we going to gather boxes and start moving them out? You can investigate the room, see if there's anything else in here, or doing anything like that.
Can I take a look at that yellow liquid? Like is there any markings on it? Is there anything inside the yellow liquid?
So there's no markings and nothing's in there. And like I said, it's not quite like, it's very thick and oily. And it is stopped up with a wire tying the cork closed. Now you can open it if you wish, but just from looking at it, you don't recognize this liquid.
Jack, how much can we blame on looking at this stuff on the people who were here?
Oh, we're blaming the people who were here.
Yeah, it would just take a persuasion roll, you know.
Doc, have you ever seen anything like this before? Is it something that you could use to heal or anything with? And she'll set a jar on the table for everyone to look at.
Yeah, Doc, I'll allow you to roll medicine.
Okie dokie. I should be good at that.
One would hope.
Looks like my uncle's piss bottle.
So, as you're kind of studying, formaldehyde isn't this thick. You know, you don't know whether or not you can drink it. So being closed up like this, it could be cooking oil for as far as you know. You can't tell enough just by looking at it.
I have no idea what this could be.
I'm a
I don't think it's something we want to open.
let's get this on the ship with the rest of the cargo. Let's move all this.
Oh, I had a question. Are the medical implements part of the cargo?
It was in one of the crates.
Yeah, it's down here with these jars and this brass.
It's all the hidden stuff. So let's
We need to check the other crates.
Or is this the only one that felt like it? Mm, let's move
There
as
were
many
3
crates
set
as we
aside.
can. There were 3 set aside.
Just for
Hell.
the sake of letting you guys know, each of these 3 that have been set off to the side have the same things, but this is the only one that had the brass ball in it. Obviously, you wouldn't know that unless you actually wanted to break
Yeah.
the seals and open them. But with each one you open, your DC becomes higher on the persuasion that you didn't do it.
Yeah.
So if nobody else is going to search any other part of the room and you just want to load it up and get out of here, we can do that.
We still got people who were on our asses that saw us.
Yeah. It won't hurt to give
I
a
would
quick sweep of the room.
I would also like these 4 died of something and we don't know what did it. I would like to see if there's like any trace of what might have come to kill them.
Yeah,
'Cause
give me an
clearly it didn't go out
investigation
the-
roll.
Clearly, it didn't go out the front door with the guard standing there. Investigation. Are you kidding me?
Oof, duh.
Mm. Well, you
This
got
is
that
all
out of the
very
way.
weird and and the more you look at that liquefied brain, the more like everything about this feels wrong. Like none of you feel comfortable around this scene. This is you thought you were busted in and you were going to have your normal swashbuckling sword fight, and instead you have found something that you do not have words to describe.
Beyond comprehension.
Yep. Anybody else want to give a final investigation roll?
Yeah. Because I'm really
Why
good
not?
at that on paper.
You had to say on paper. Huh?
With a 25,
Oh wait, you got a 25. Oh, we can't see
Doc.
your rolls. That's why.
Oh,
I saw Axis. Sorry.
Axel rolled a 3, but Doc rolled a 25.
Oh
Damn.
God.
Behind some like a rain barrel along the back wall near the floor, you're kind of just looking through to see if there's anything else to take here, and the others are kind of moving stuff out. You see near the floor that there are some brick that have been pulled out of the wall, leaving just slightly bigger than a fist size opening in the wall, and there is a faint wet trail that leads from beside these barrels out into the streets. And then you start looking harder and you see that wet trail actually doesn't just lead out to the streets. It came in, and you see that it leads to the table with the bodies, and then back and exited the same way.
Excuse me, Captain.
Yeah, what's up?
I've discovered something. And I will show him the trail, show him the hole in the wall.
And actually, with a 25, you lean down and you touch it, and it feels exactly like same consistency, same color as the dampness inside the sphere. That latch was opened.
Ooh.
Do you reload?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I tell you everything.
I'm going to take the sphere out of my pocket, put it back in the crate. I do not want it on my person anymore. Y'all,
why
I'm
not?
starting to feel gross. I want out of here now.
What do you think it was?
Nothing good. Look, I've been using magic since I was knee high. No jokes. Um, Whatever did this is extremely powerful. Psychic magic is no joke. I don't. I can deal with it, and it's difficult for me. Whatever did this is not just strong, but icky. I don't know how to describe it. We need to get out of here.
Those are the types of things I like best. Usually.
You all gather and just so we're tracking where it is. You put the brass sphere back in the crate. Do you plan on returning that?
No,
Okay, just wanted to know. So
Not
as you
that great.
step out of the warehouse, two things happen at the same time. A lantern lights up at the far end of Pier 11. It's one pier over on the north side, and you see two figures silhouetted. They are looking south. And then they turn and look at the slate roof warehouse. And they're looking at you,
It's two.
too. You can make a perception check if you want to try to clock them. Otherwise, you can hear the guards starting
I
to
would
make
like
the
to clock
turn
them.
onto the street.
I'm gonna make the check.
Okay, perception.
Everybody, or
You gotta
just
roll low sometimes.
Captain Jack?
Anybody who wants to try and look at them?
Damn it!
Yeah.
Somebody's got to hit. There you go.
They are tall. They are hooded. And with a 22,
Got them frog eyes.
their fingers
Frog guy.
are 4 on each hand. Purplish. Is that a tentacle? And you are filled with dread that you cannot explain. And I need a wisdom saving throw.
Oh boy. And I have an advantage on these, correct?
Yes, you do. Hold on. Wait, I would like to read the spell, but yes, because it's only been a few minutes.
Just the person who
Yes.
clocked them.
Yeah, the
Him at
duration is an
first.
hour, and you have an advantage on wisdom saving throws. Yes.
Okay. Rolling. Natural 20, let's go.
There we go. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Vilo,
Everybody
for
who
advantage.
rolled perception now needs to make the same check.
Make
He
sure we all
recognized
have
it, so I
roll.
gave him the roll first.
Let's
Yeah.
go.
Natural 20.
Man, these are the times to roll these too.
I'm going to roll badly.
Oh, a 19.
I-
Let's
Holy
go.
crap.
Yeah. 11.
11's not high enough. So, believe it or not, all of you feel this effect begin to take place, but it is Captain Jack who breaks first as the fear spell hits you. And you are suddenly, completely, and totally terrified of those silhouettes. And you want nothing more to get rid of them. Screw the money. Screw these boxes. You have got to get as far away from those people as humanly possible. As fast as possible.
Yeah.
Trying to touch Captain Jack with a heroism spell.
Captain Jack is already running
He's gone.
Yeah, fuck y'all.
toward the longboat. None of you other are in fear, but seeing the captain react like this, you grab boxes, and I'm gonna guess you're gonna want to follow.
Yes.
Get on the fucking boat.
Hey, come on, let's go.
As a matter of fact, as Jack hits the boat, he picks up oars, and he is going to row. And you all begin to row 300 yards out across the harbor. A single small light.
Since we're
on
confined
the
in a
dock.
small area, and I can see that Captain Jack's conflicted by something, I will cast Luster Restoration on him. I'll go, calm yourself, Captain, and I'll touch his shoulder.
And pulling in the distance, you can see there's another ship. It's not next to the Salda, but it's close. It's another ship. I'm not even going to make Captain Jack roll. You know, you understand that this is Underdark trading brig, and it's kind of moored more towards the deep water keys, and a single lamp lights. 1 heartbeat, 2 heartbeat, and then it extinguishes. This is an acknowledgement of something. It could have nothing to do with you guys. It could have everything to do with you guys. But you guys are able to get the longboat and the wares out to the sauna.
Okay.
You all made it out of there without a fight. Impressive. I mean, on any other job, this would be a perfect outcome. But none of you feels like this was how this should have gone. And I'm going to give the table to you guys.
What scared you so badly, Captain?
I don't know what the fuck that was. We have a problem. Titus, what exactly did you see?
Would Titus think it was humanoid in nature, but maybe just like mutated?
Even at that rule, yeah, Titus does not know what a mind flayer is. None of you knows what a mind flayer is.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is a creature that was roughly humanoid. But they were hooded, and for the most part, it was covered. What you caught was silhouetted and barely lit up by the one lantern over there on 11. So you didn't get much. You know that they didn't have 5 fingers. You know that their faces didn't see that. Was that masks? You're unsure.
I don't know what the fuck that thing was. It's missing some fingers. It might have been purple, but that could have just been something in my eye. I don't fucking know.
Okay. As far as I'm concerned, the cargo's ours. Owed them a little bit more than what we got paid, I think. Crate with the sphere, leave it. Split the rest between you 4. Make sure you get your money. There's something else happening here.
I just want to be
Oh,
clear. You're
definitely.
saying that we don't fulfill the contract?
Pirate. Me, pirate.
Yeah,
Uh,
understood. But some of us
what
said
I'm
you have
saying is the contract was void the second we walked in the room. When we didn't have all
I'm
the
not saying you
information,
can't. This will affect your reputation
I
for the bigger jobs.
never really cared about reputation. That's not what I'm in it for. No, I don't like that that information was withheld. I gave y'all the information that I knew about the job, and it was not all the information that there was about the job. So I apologize.
well,
Uh,
sometimes things go differently than expected.
and now your reward is different than expected. Split the crates, and we'll figure out how to make some money off of it. But if anybody wants to stick around after we divvy it up, I'm going to try to figure out what the hell happened here.
You think that
This
they
is
were holding out information on you and are in league with those figures that Titus saw?
What I think is someone wasn't told the whole story, and at the bare minimum, it was us.
why don't we bring in your contract person and have that discussion with them?
Yeah, we're going to bring in a few people.
Because while this isn't
Let's
exactly I signed up for. This is something that I signed up for somewhere else, perhaps. It could be related to what I've been looking into in Old Stone, could be unrelated, but I have to at least check it out.
Let's get out of here. Let's get back to Kessera. Give her the bad news.
Yeah. So you're all gonna tag along back to the Salted Crown?
Sounds good to me.
Yep.
I got a bounty to turn in later.
Let me get some more tokens up here.
Yeah, Titus is running around with a bloody bag.
Yeah. Looks like a bloody backpack. His head's probably as big as Titus's.
I would
You all
like it if Axe was standing like right next to me,
okay?
just for the intimidation factor.
It is late. The strip is quiet at this hour. The bards have all gone home. The fighters from the pit are mostly asleep. The Salted Crown has already shut half of its shutters. Its front door is still propped open. But inside the floor is half swept. Chairs are starting to be put up on tables, and Kessler Dorn is still at her table. Still has the tin cup. Still, not a drop has been drank.
You
And
drink in an establishment like this.
right, exactly. And she sees you come in, and she pulls out a coin purse and sits it in front of her. Seems like she's expecting good news, and she begins her coin trick on her knuckles. Sit, tell me about it. How'd it go?
Yeah, we're gonna be standing for this one. I'm gonna
Okay.
immediately grab the money and pass it to Sec. This is y'all's.
Take it, it went well.
Y'all earned it. No, Cass, it did not go well.
Did you get the goods?
Listen, were you gonna tell me that there were gonna be 4 dead guys there when we got there?
What do you mean? If anybody was dead, it's because you made them that way, right?
No, no,
Was it like
not a
another crew
drop of
cut you
blood.
off?
No, I don't.
You
Listen,
didn't get to
when we
smash a
got
single
there,
person tonight.
yeah, we didn't touch a soul.
Titus
When
will
we
come
got
up
there, yeah.
and he'll throw the severed head. And he's like, I don't know what arrow or bolt can leave a mark like that, but maybe you got some more info.
Yes, when we got there, his brains were coming out his skull.
Who? Skip?
Yeah. He was Doc, what's the term? What'd you say? Yeah, rigor mortis.
Yes.
Yeah, they
What,
were
Body
stiff
was
as
stiff.
boards.
what about Hoke?
Oh, he pissed and ran off.
So Hoke
He didn't
probably
know
killed him,
anything.
right? He's
No,
been trying
no,
that job.
he's not been stabbed. I don't think he's been poisoned. There's no eyes bulging. He ain't been choked. Listen. How many people are in the bar?
There's less than what's on here. I just hadn't changed the tokens.
All
There's
right,
probably 2 or 3 of like the
all
late
right. I'll
nighters,
still
you
keep
know.
quiet. I'll
I'm
still
gonna
keep quiet.
I'm gonna keep an eye out while Captain Jack is talking too, to make sure no one is coming in, comes near us. Just keeping an
Jack,
eye
you
out on
guys
us.
are looking awful nervous for warehouse heist, like
Yes, this was psychic magic.
psychic in
Yeah,
Mako.
these guys' heads were blown up from the inside out.
And her face does a thing. There's like a pivot from where she's like got this bravado and broker to like something's wrong here. And she actually picks up her water cup and takes a drink.
Yeah, he whoever did this hit all 4 of them all at once before they knew whoever the fuck it was there.
Their brains were liquefied.
They died
Fuck.
before they could blink.
Look, you can still see it coming out of his ear right there. He'll kind of take the head and turn it a little bit and kind of shake it so some stuff comes out of it.
Okay, I just want to make this clear. You pull out Skip's head in the middle of the tavern.
Oh, that's what I did before. Yeah, I put it up on the
I
table
didn't hear
and
you.
shoulder. My bad.
I'm gonna make a Constitution saving throw. This is a broker. This is a middleman. She doesn't get her hands dirty. Yeah, you slap this head and she sees Skip and she turns and the water she just drank and with whatever she had for dinner is on the floor next to her. She put that. What the fuck?
Maybe now you can take this a little bit more serious, and he'll pick it back up and put it back in his bag.
So either you lied to me, which I
Do
doubt.
I look like I fucking?
Which I doubt. Or you weren't given all the info.
Tell me about it. Did you open the fucking crates?
You know we opened the fucking crates.
Well, what'd you find?
A bunch of weird piss. I don't know. Some doctor's stuff. I'm keeping quiet about this fear.
You just doctor stuff. Do you have any of it to show me?
Did anybody think to bring anything from the crates? Of course not.
I would have brought the random bottle of liquid
Yeah,
because he wanted to look at it beforehand. But
Okay, so I pull out a bottle of the liquid. I don't have the doctor's shit. Pokes and prods. I don't know, but this is funny looking.
You lay out
There's a
some of
few
the
of these.
surgical tools, and
Yeah.
like she kind of picks it up and she turns one of the scalpels between her fingers, and she's like, "This is." I've moved cargo for 15 years on the strip. I have not seen anything like this before. I know 2 people in Mako who might know what these are. Like this is Underdark stuff. One of them I trust. If you give me a day, let me ask, and maybe I can get some more information on it. And this liquid, have you tried opening a bottle?
No. Absolutely not.
Huh. And she twists the wire, it breaks it, and she pops the corker out and she sniffs it. Whoa, my. Oh, and you guys can smell that sour stench that's coming out of it. And she quickly puts it back in. And Doc, I will allow you to remake your medicine check with this.
Guess
Now
we'll
that you have the
he'll hop
scent.
up on the bar or table or whatever this is. And he'll come over to it and kind of like, if she's like putting her hand out to get it away from her face, he'll kind of grab it. And he wants to like put it
Same
up against the
roll.
light and see if he can see anything.
Yeah, so there's nothing in it. Like I said, it looks almost like vegetable oil, but it smells acrid and sour. It is a fluid that none of you, unfortunately, Doc, even with 2 tries, can't identify what this stuff is. But it doesn't smell like something that you want to drink. It doesn't smell like something that you want to rub on a wound. It is acrid and
He'll take another sniff of it. And does it smell like any poison he's dealt with before?
roll a nature check.
Okay.
Or survival.
Oh, I would do survival instead.
Okay.
Bullywugs are poisonous. Taste it.
That dice is cocked.
I was gonna jokingly ask if I drink it, can I have advantage?
No.
Damn it! All right. Well, I got a 20. There we go.
Nice.
Well, that was nature. That was really slow. Did it show?
Well, the first
Yeah, it
dice,
showed up.
the first dice, it didn't show it for me. The first dice cocked. It literally rolled a second dice because it cocked.
Nope. Well, I got 20 on both, so cool.
Okay. So you don't recognize this, but you kind of get the feel for it. You do feel like this would be poisonous if you tried to drink it. It's not something you want to eat, and like the ingredients, not many of them seem like they're coming from up here on the overworld. But you get the feeling like this is a preservative of some kind, almost like embalming fluid, but not. It's more potent than any embalming fluid you would have experienced before.
Gotcha. And he'll relay that to the people.
Yes, I'm gonna leave you a couple of these tools and one of these bottles. You think you can figure something out in the next couple of days? At least what they are, if nothing else.
Well, I mean, Grast is not going to be happy, but I'm not going to get paid, obviously.
There's 4 dead guys we can blame this on.
Yeah,
But
but
it's a little bit bigger than that now, I think.
don't think, Collier, that, and she doesn't use captain, that I didn't notice the swiftness by which you took the gold off the table before telling me that you didn't complete the contract, and I presume you're going to sell the wares and make double. So I had this, and she holds up a sheet of paper, some more information that I promised you, but yeah, I think I'm gonna hold on to that for now.
Jack, is there any reason we can't bring the wares to finish it?
It's y'all's payday.
Understood. But at the same
Obviously.
time, if there's
Obviously. Casper has some things that I would prefer be in my possession. I'm
Where
willing
did
to give up a
she
few gold pieces.
where did she put away that information at?
She tucked it into her shirt.
Just will look at her and be like, if you want, you can take Gip's head here and turn it in. Might help you recover some of your losses. This bounty was pretty big. I mean, leader of the CQC here.
Yes. Skip. I want nothing to do with that. Yeah. As a matter of fact, don't. I'm gonna have a hard enough time forgetting that you showed me this. And you don't show her the sphere, right?
No.
Did anybody else see you?
Yeah.
Like
I
the
want you to look into
watch?
that too. Yeah, the watch saw us, but they didn't see us. They don't know who the fuck it was. So that's not what I'm worried about.
Man.
Listen, there's two somebody floating around town right now, and they scared the piss out of me.
You. I didn't know you could be scared.
Yeah, up until now, neither did I. And go ahead and throw that on the itinerary. Let's figure out who the hell these two are. Somebody in town's playing big game.
Oh. Like I said, I'll reach out, see what I can find out about these surgical tools.
Be back in a few days.
Yeah, give me at least 2. I'll tell Holden that somebody beat you to it.
Listen, whoever the fuck those two people were, that scared me. They're pretty good at whatever they're doing. Be careful.
Yeah. See you in a couple days.
It's in a couple days.
And you all step back out onto the strip. Go ahead.
How many people? I know you said that not all of these people were in the tavern. How many people are in the tavern?
This conversation has taken quite a while. The people who are here, most of them are passed out drunk at their table or have gone up to their rooms. Even the barkeep has said, he's not serving anybody else for the rest of the night. As a matter of fact, the more this conversation has gone on, you can see the faint glow on the horizon that signals that the sun may be rising soon. So,
I'll
that is
step
it.
around. I'll step around the corner. Making sure I'm not being seen, and I'll cast invisibility on myself.
Okay, go ahead and make a stealth roll.
Okay. Ugh.
Okay. I'm going to make 2 rolls. The barkeep, you're pretty sure, is just kind of distracted, but Kesra does see you go around the corner. And does invisibility have a verbal component?
I hope not. I would hope the sneak spell doesn't have a verbal component.
It does. Variable, somatic, and material.
And
You
material.
believe you have whispered it, but you have not.
Mm,
And she has heard you.
okay. Well, I don't know this.
Correct.
And I am going to try to sneak over to her and get the information that Captain Jack was wanting.
Yes, you sneak over, and you will make your sleight of hand check at disadvantage.
Okay. Uh, 23.
Okay. She will get advantage.
No guts,
Okay.
no glory.
You reach, and I am sorry, but with a plus 11 to perception, you begin to reach, and her hand snaps out, grabs your wrist, and slams it to the table, and you could feel the dagger point at the top of your hand. And she doesn't look at you. She simply says, if you try anything like that again, I will take the hand.
Yeah, Rebecca will pull her hand back and she'll walk out of the tavern.
So as you step out, the sun is like full on cresting the horizon now.
So we only need to split things 4 ways now. Got it.
A cart kind of goes past with crates of fish for the morning market. Somewhere on the next street, you can kind of hear like people starting to bustle about. The dock bells begin to mark the sunrise. Mako does not know what happened on Pier 12 last night. You do, somewhat. You know something happened. You know details. And somewhere between a brass sphere lined in damp black silk and a slick wet trail behind a rain barrel. Something that does not have a name yet has noticed you back. And since we skipped combat, I actually got to get through a full session plan, and we're going to move on to Stars and Wishes, folks.
Huzzah!
What a fun session. And actually, combat probably would have put us right at 11 o'clock, which was the plan for tonight's session. So good session, guys. This was a lot of fun. Stars and Wishes, Cook, we'll start with you.
As usual for sessions like these, no wishes. Well, one wish. Wish that everybody makes it to the next session, as usual. Stars to everybody in our show out or first appearance. It was cool seeing everybody being able to take the reins for a bit and do stuff. Skipping combat for me is new.
Right?
Usually I am a combat person. So moving right past that was fun. Liked Titus whipping out the head in the bar and just dropping it on the table. I specifically like Axis's attitude, just whole vibe and demeanor. I'm a big fan of. And I'm sorry that Rebecca could not steal our scroll. I had a good time there.
Yeah. Eric?
The murder machine for stars, I guess. The murder machine that is Axic. And he's just like, just point me in a direction and let me swing it. And I love it. But the visual of Captain Jack intimidating the guards and Axic standing behind him, foot
We all
taller.
know it was
and-
really Axic there.
Yeah, that was awesome. Wow. I can go on. That frog eye vision, that was kind of cool. Wishes, yeah, I want to keep going. Um, we got a mystery. I like a mystery, and I do like combat, and I'm sure we'll get into some, but uh, combat free session is fine by me.
Yeah. I actually didn't expect
About
anybody
it.
to skip it, and we skipped it. So, hey, there we go. 30.
Stars, you know what? I don't know any of y'all really, except for Frankie, but Cook, I got to give you a star for being able to like be the glue to hold us together and actually run with that vibe and be a leader and a informal leader at the same time within the group. So definitely a big star for that. Wishes. I am the guy who likes to skip combat. I like a good story. I like, um, something being a little bit different. So I wish to see more of the story and see where this goes. I wish I could follow and get some of these plot points, but that's really not what my character is about. He is more than just a big wall of muscle. He's
Yeah,
he's got a
yeah.
We'll
personality.
get there.
You'll see it eventually. So,
Yeah, awesome. No wishes?
well, that was my wish that
Oh,
we
okay.
get to see more of the story and
Oh, yeah.
everyone gets their chance to shine.
Awesome. Micah.
Stars. Man, I just really enjoy being back at the table with all of you guys. Like, I've missed this. Roleplay was so much fun. 30, it was, good getting to play with you for the first time. I really like your character. Everyone's character is just so awesome. Captain Blackjack is fun. Doc, super cool. Titus is Titus. But this such a fun session, Frankie. I really enjoyed it. I wish that my roles had been better tonight. But we'll get there. I'm looking very much forward to seeing where the story goes.
Yeah, awesome. Devin.
Yeah, great session all around. I'm loving everybody's characters, everybody's vibe. I'm also excited to see more of the story play out and learn more backstory and how this hurt in our reputation is gonna factor in going forward. But I kind of figured with just the fact of his name being Captain Jack that it was already we were getting those items from the get-go. But I'm excited to see, and Titus is for it. He's not afraid to make a conversation uncomfortable, as you guys have seen. So
Yeah,
there'll be
that's
more of
some
that
bold
coming forward.
choices.
I mean, if he's a bounty hunter and it's wanted dead or
Right.
alive, you gotta have some way to show proof.
Yeah, some proof. I would have thought like the gold tooth, but I guess you
I
can't
could've been
prove that
anybody,
they're
Gold
dead.
Tooth.
Yep, exactly. So stars to each of you individually for the role play tonight. This was good, especially we haven't played with 30 before. It's my first D&D session with 30. I played a lot of Blood on the Clock Tower with him. Perfect vibe for the table. Cook and Micah and Eric and Devin, I've got what I've gotten for the last couple years that I love about you guys. This was good session. You guys rolled with it. You guys took some turns that I didn't anticipate. I did not think any of those people were going to make it off of that pier. I didn't think Hoke was going to live. I didn't think that you guys would take the stuff. I never even really accounted for that. There were some branches where decisions have made some information a little harder to get, but I will work around that. I'm a DM. I can do that. Wishes. Everybody here next week, and we can keep this rolling. And this feels good to get through a session plan, so hopefully that stays. And that I remember to unmute my mic when I come back from a bio break. So I apologize. You guys just missed a sphere description. That's all. I gave it to you. You got it. Other than that, guys, this was a great session. I appreciate all of you, and thanks for coming out. We'll see you guys next week. Later.
Which